the strength you have in your 20s cannot be replicated in your older years. So please, eat well, exercise often, do weight training. I know you're not trying to lose weight, but build muscle. You see those muscles that you're going to build right now, they're going to save your life in your other years, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. Those muscles that you're going to build right now in your 20s. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you ever looked back at a younger version of yourself and wished you would have like 10 minutes with her, like sit down with her for 10 minutes? Okay, at age 25, I thought I needed to have everything figured out, like a perfect career, a perfect relationship, you know, like growth generally in life. Like I needed to have everything going concurrently, including a perfect body, because those who've been here long enough know that during that time I was literally obsessed with fitness and workouts, and at the time I was that yoga babe, all right? So I used to do that a lot. I would go to the gym and I would do yoga most of the time that I will be with myself. And so at that particular time, I was in that headspace. I wanted all those things working together. And truly, I would say I was in that space because I was already working. I had a job that I could say was not stable, but it was that I had a job. That was the initial stages of my career. And I would say, like, at that particular time, I imagined that where I am right now is where I was supposed to be back then. So for that reason, now that I am in my early 30s, in marriage, like that is after marriage, after motherhood, after disappointments, and after personal victories, I am in a very good space to say that I wish someone just sat me down at that particular time and told me all these things that I'm about to tell you in this video. So today I'm sharing lessons that I wish I knew, or I wish someone had told me at 25 or in my 20s, with a lot of compassion. Because tell me why that in my 20s, early 20s, I had so much stress for things I had no business having stress about. Like there was issues of self-doubt, self-worth, and even comparison, to be specific, because that's like the biggest enemy of growth and progress and self-awareness, comparison, all right? So before we begin this video, please tell me with all honesty, what is the one thing you wish, I'm sure even you, whether you are in your 20s or in your 30s or in your 40s, you know, if you're in your 40s, you could be sharing something that I need to know right now in my 30s, and if you are in your 20s, I am here for that purpose, to share with you, oh God, you guys, to share with you things I wish someone had told me in that particular time. Lesson 1, because I don't want us to take longer than 10 minutes in this video. Lesson 1, nobody has it all together. I know it looks like they do, but no one has everything all together. Let me tell you, even the most successful people, they're also figuring things out as they go. They're also learning as they go. They're taking those lessons and putting them back into practice, because that is how you will learn. That is how growth will work. Every time you fall, you take that lesson and you implement it again. It's like a business. I am not a business owner, but for any successful business person that I've listened to or read about, they failed and took those fails and put them back into something else, having learned from those lessons. And that's how they got about the growth or the success that they're currently enjoying. So if you have ever felt behind somewhat in your life, whether it's seeing someone else do better than you, seeing other people be more successful than you, if you have ever felt behind, that is not your stage you're looking at. That is someone else's space you're comparing yourself to. And it's time you stop doing that for yourself, because nobody has it all together. Just find your balance right now. Find your center right now. You are exactly where you need to be right now, and start from there, because you can't start from somewhere that you are not. I hope that point is clear enough. So lesson number 2. Your health is your real wealth. This is especially for ladies, and I say this for a reason. Unless you got married young, unless you got married in your early 20s, which is young, but if you do find someone mature enough to understand marriage and what it is they're seeking, and someone who can take care of you while you're growing, because that is what that calls for, unless you married young, you're that time when your body is literally hyper growing, hyper active, hyper everything in your early 20s usually goes smoothly. You will realize from people who give birth in their early 20s, their body restores itself quite quickly. But if you did not marry that young, your health is your real wealth. Well, of course it is even at that time, but this time it's also even more important now that we're not getting married young most of the time. So you end up marrying either in your late 20s or in your early 30s or even late 30s. You need those muscles. Build that muscle. That young, you're lean. You have a lean body, of course. Like you're slim. Build muscles that time, because those muscles are going to save your life greatly when you start having children, if you plan to. Because your body will grow and then it will shrink again, it will grow and then it will shrink again. And during that time, your muscle will play a very great role in restoring your body. Okay? Hit the gym or do some yoga in your living room, somewhere in your house. Number 3. Okay? Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for confidence. I used to think that confidence comes before action. Like, you have to be confident before you do something. You have to be ready before you do something. But clearly, you don't need to be ready. You don't need to be confident to start something. I'll give an example of this in my YouTube channel. When I started my YouTube channel, I wasn't ready. I had no idea what I was doing. At the time, I remember there was this girl that I was watching at the time. I think she was starting out. And I think at the time she was she was in her 10K-ish subscribers. She's Dimwango. Those who have watched the girl, she's a Kenyan YouTuber. At the time, she was in college, I think. She was vlogging herself, going to school, her classes, basically her day in life of a student or something. At that particular time, I was just watching her doing her thing, very simple, very intentional. And watching that particular time made me realize, yeah, she actually knows what she's doing. And I don't, all right? At the time, I was literally just had paid someone to record my yoga videos, edit them, and send them back to me for posting. It was expensive, I must tell you. And after posting a few videos, of course, I could not sustain paying someone to do that. However, I realized later on that I could have simply just bought myself a good device that I could record myself without pressure of having to pay for anything. Unfortunately, I did not have skills, like basic skills such as editing, creating thumbnails, or making tags. I literally had no idea. That in itself taught me to start learning, because at the time I knew I had to learn these skills, because I need these skills to be able to sustain this other thing that I just started for myself. So I did not start with the confidence of doing something. I literally just threw myself into the deep end and realized, whoa, I really need to learn 1, 2, 3 about this thing. Another thing, the journey of weight loss that I just posted for you guys early in the year, which is 75 hard. I was like, running in the morning is usually very scary. For ladies, most of the time you find it's a safety issue. You don't want to run around your area because too early in the morning could be dangerous. Too late in the evening could also be dangerous. And for a long time, I was wondering, how am I going to do this? Because I really want to start that physical engagement. And I felt like that running outside of the house would literally make the difference. Guess what? Thank God for my husband, because he had already started running himself. And he pretty much told me, like, there's so many people on the road, you could just do that. Because I knew it's not often that I would run when he's running. And when I stepped out with him once a day, I realized how much I did not need to be confident to do this. So we went, and literally, because my running wasn't running, I shared that previously in a previous video, by the way, you should watch, it's very fun. He ran, and I was trying to do something like running, okay, whatever that was. Of course, I realized how I was actually on the road alone, because I would see him from from very far away. He wouldn't even think we're running together. And that's how I realized, wait a minute, so I've been just sitting and I could just leave the house and go running. And that's how I literally never stopped doing it. So I would run in the morning and come do other workouts. So you don't need to start being confident. Just do something scared, do something unsure, and then just learn from whatever that mistake would look like for you. Okay, just make sure you are within safety. That's usually the major problem. If it not safety like safe comfort, no, not comfort, there's a difference between safety and comfort. So not comfort, I'm talking about safety, like wellness, like safe, like you're safe, you're not in danger of some sort or something. Number four, which is like second last of what I'm going to tell you today, is like, comparison is a thief. I said this somewhere in the beginning of the video. Don't compare yourself. I know sometimes if you have a parent like mine, they will compare you with your cousins, with you, everyone in your village. They will compare you with them, their successes, and not exactly like in a bad way, in a way that tells you like, why don't you try what that person is doing, because it seems it's working for them, even without the context of what that other person is doing. Your parent just wants you to be as successful as they have seen someone else be. So there is that pressure, and most ladies succumb to that pressure, which is why you see many ladies being with people they have no business being with. You will have, in this case, forget that part where someone else puts that comparison. It is worse when you start comparing yourself, your career with someone else's, your marriage with someone else's, your finances with someone else's. You know, like you've seen everyone booking flights to vacation and staycations and whatever vacations, and you want to do the same. You can't. You should not. You should not compare anything with someone else's. Your content, you see other people posting with perfect, clear lighting, camera views, and focus and all that. Do not compare yourself. Start where you are. Start that small. Post that poorly recorded video that you know full well it might probably get 2 views. Do that. As you see, even right now, my YouTube videos does not get pretty significant number of views for now. I am praying and hoping that I do get more views with time, but literally comparing yourself with someone else's work or someone else's life or someone else's anything is literally the most horrible thing you will do for yourself. It will literally paralyze you to do anything. It is literally the worst thing you can do to limit yourself. And in this channel, we are doing unlimited things. So do not do that. Okay. Number five, which is the last, but I'll give you a bonus, Number 5, the right people around you. Let me tell you, the people you surround yourself with have so much impact and effect in how you do your things, in how you present yourself, in how you carry yourself, in the things you do, in the things you pursue, in how everything. They have great influence. And so the friends you have, the mentors you pick, and the partner, ladies, your partner, men, your partner, okay? They really have great impact in how you live your life and how you get to do it. Someone the other day just asked me, how do you do your job at the hood, and then there is schooling, and then there is YouTube channel, like how do you do all these things? So like support the person that you have pushing you to be better, to grow, to enhance yourself, enhance your skill, is very, and I must tell you, very important. Okay, surround yourself with people that want you to grow, that people desire the best for you. Number 6, and this is the bonus and the last point of this video, is God's plan for you are better than your own. I know, right? I know you have planned so many things, you want so many things for yourself, but ultimately, God has better plans for you than you do for yourself. Trust God. Pray for God to help you. Pray for God to align with you. Like, pray for yourself to align with God's will in your life. Because let me tell you, sometimes you pursue things and you think none of these things are working. But have you aligned? Have you prayed? Have you prayed to align with God's will for yourself? Because let me tell you, I've been to places I never thought I would be, okay? And I know that is not by mere coincidence. That is God. I have been in positions, I've been in rooms that I knew that this room is bigger than me. This room is bigger than anything I have to offer. But God places you there. There's nothing in my life that I can simply explain and say, I did the 1, 2, 3. It's not by my own strength. It is by God's will. It is by God's power. It is by God's placements for me. So if I could literally live something with you right now, don't rush your journey. Do not rush your journey. Don't rush it in any way. Just pray about it. Be clear about what you want and tell it to God. God will help you align. God will position you. Even when you have gone astray. Sometimes you could just do it not because you want to, it's just happening. But God saves you and places you back on track. So pray to God. Pray to God. And do not allow yourself to be rushed by circumstances, by people, by anything. Okay? So, if there is one lesson that you would give me today, because I also need lessons. I am still in my early 30s, and honestly, currently, pray for me, you guys. I did my first 75 hard challenge because I needed to get back, feel healthier, stop feeling drained mentally, physically, emotionally, and all these things. And that challenge was more than I needed. It was a lot. It was good. It was amazing. And the reason why I was doing this is because I needed to put my mental and physical health in place to be able to carry another child. Now, I'm hoping that happens soon. We don't know if it has happened already. Neither do I. I haven't checked. I don't want to check right now. But when I do, I'll share. Please hit that subscribe button for such a video if you're interested. It's not my kind of content, but I would be gladly share with you if you find it something that you would want. Trying to have a baby after the first baby, after family planning that you never used before, is shaky. And I must confess, I am literally a bit stressed. But I'm hoping that God, because God is the one that gives children, we are praying for it. Pray for me, and let us continue doing this. I want to hear lessons from you because I'm in my early 30s. What is it in anyone who's been in their early 30s? Please share in the comment section a lesson you think that would help me right now. Someone told me to learn to not overshare, and I found that helpful in so many ways. But also, I trust God in so many ways, in so many aspects of my life. That please be of good hearts, be of good spirits, be of good will for others as you would for yourself, and pray to God often. So that's it from this video. I am so thankful that you watched it to the end. You've been with me, Fresha Ndichu of Fresha Unlimited. Allow me to see you in the next video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave me a like. Bye.